present yourself before me. Among ungodly anger, hate, fear, depression, and the like, you've shown yourself to be a worthy adversary to the kingdom of light. You've entangled angels in your poison, dragging them down from heaven and sending them into the pits of the abyss and on earth, as written in Genesis 6. You've gouged out eyes of purity that man was given of God, broken into the windows of their souls and possessed their hearts. You are the epitome of 1 John 2 verse 16, Matthew 6 verse 23, and the corruption of 1 Corinthians 6 verse 19. Isn't it amusing? The Savior declared that our kingdom would not overcome his church, and yet because of you, men trade the Almighty's covenants for a curse. Although we cannot overtake his people as a whole, you've done well to locally and globally drain them of hope. You, my child, have made a way for my darkness to veil those who love their God so that they cannot prevail. Perversion is your offspring, and you market it well. Some of my greatest triumphs come from your fruit grown in hell. You see, I enjoy when you separate the holiness that God instituted in marriage and trade it for a cheap and dirty pornographic image. You see, most sex offenders, pimps, prostitutes, they gotta fall in love with you first before I can accuse them. But I replay every time you chain a child of light. I delight because your work is not in vain. You leave a trail of shame and cause them to forget the blood that flows through their veins. And they helplessly weep at their Messiah's feet in defeat, and I revel in seeing them weak every week. Oh, it's sweet. And most don't genuinely believe in the Son. I'm preparing their place as we speak. Because of you, I get to wrap the righteous in lies of impossibility for purity, sowing seeds of disbelief. And I love their addiction to you because I get to trap them like a fly stuck in glue. Do you know how many trade their hope and their confidence for sexual compliments called foreplay? And when they turn down the lights as they sin, my darkness is fully portrayed. And for those who excel in revealing God, bruising them is my forte. I send you forth to invite them into a spiritual death. And when they fail, they can't receive his forgiveness, and they disgrace. My teachings are fully embraced when they recite to God how they are a disgrace. You see, he calls them holy, yet they deny it, because their holiness is misplaced. And my guilt weighs so heavy on them that I cause them to stop seeking his face and deter them from walking in his ways. Then they stop shining, start whining, they stop praying, and they run. They run, and they run, and they run, until you ensnare them in unholy nets of intercourse. And of course, how can they stand when they've abandoned the Son of Man to your unholy documents of divorce? They can't. After all of this, they're led away of God by your deception, and they blame him for abandoning them, not realizing that they sold me their own souls for temporary satisfaction. You see, the God they serve made sex an affection, but you abuse them so badly they receive infections in their adolescence. Marriage is the proper invention, but even in that you create dissension, leaving no protection for them that live near the Lamb's perfection, and you invented sexting. So for that, come, receive your promotion. I want you to go into the entire earth, and I want you to pervert. Take your ground, and let sinners know your presence, and if you can, turn the king's children into peasants. Cause torment to enter into the suite of their heart, and invite condemnation into the lobby, because I know that this is one of your favorite hobbies. I love causing their Savior tears of intercession because forgiveness is a paid-for blessing. I create through you cycles of temporary amnesia to learn lessons. I use false teachings through false feelings from real demons, and I market it to lust veterans. See, I've campaigned you on the earth for millenniums at a time because it seems that sex sells all of the time. I've sent you to books, movies, churches, the internet, and pics because in every single nation, tribe, and tongue, you've grown rich. And yes, it's true. None but one is righteous, but I've harvested my seeds of doubt in his deliverance like a virus. I think it's so funny when they call on his name and say, "Devil, I bind you," because without faith, it's only blind truth, so keep thrusting them behind you. Ah, lust. You've led many into broken families, adulteries, fornications, and abortions. Out of all of hell's angels, you are one of the most important. You bring discord, malice, murder, and disease. You commit acts of violence, rape, and various atrocities, causing God's people to hate his goodness and subscribe to your philosophies. They get so angry that they cut off their healing and hinder hearing what God is speaking. That's when I get to recite my lies and manipulate. I love causing them to feel dirty and unworthy as they're hurting because to me, it feels great. Lust. Your time to corrupt today has drawn close, but before you leave, be cautiously warned that God intently listens to those who believe. They are armed. They will submit to him and resist you, and when you persist, they will dismiss you. They have the promise of Psalms 91:12, which says his angels will lift you. So as I sift through those that I can, do not be moved by his plans for man. They make vows in the secret place so we cannot know what he sends down. But every good gift comes from the Father of lights in their lives, and when used, wickedness cannot abound. To some, he gives strength, to others, endurance, but to those who love his presence, he gives reassurance. So be careful, because you will fail when you oppress the children of light when they are activated by the Spirit inside. Some are given wisdom through insight and hindsight. So when you attack them, employ the bait of comfort and hit them in their blind side, making their eyes blind. That's why they need their faith to walk. So take distraction with you so that they cannot focus on God. And after you've killed their hope, stolen their joy, and destroyed their beliefs, come back for another promotion because I'm making you chief. Now get out of my sight, you foul affair.